Creativity is that one thing that just consumes everything that you're doing. And you got to go, well, do I answer the call? Or do I find myself guilt-tripping the journey because it's like, I'm not in the mood. Therefore, I must be blocked, right? That's not true at all. That's not true. Learn to build that relationship with your creative self, and you'll begin walking in ways that bring you more victory than loss. Unplugged, because we will always say yes to creativity. Totally Uncut, because we all make mistakes. So turn it into a tool. This is Arroe Unplugged. Just got off the phone with Jesse Dayton. Do some research on this. This guy has been so connected to music, from Waylon Jennings to Johnny Cash to Rob Zombie. And to have a conversation with such a creative spirit that gives himself permission to don't put any walls in front of me. We're going to be creative. It's just fascinating. You kind of sit back and you go, I'm not so weird after all. Because I thought for sure that because I wanted to do this and this and this and this and this and this, and I thought just weird people do that. And you've heard me many times say that creativity is an addiction. And he agreed. But you got to work with it, and you've got to move through it. But it was just so fascinating to sit down with another creative spirit that doesn't let anything get in the way. We even talked about him directing a movie. He didn't like it because it was totally out of his comfort zone, but it was just very fascinating to listen to him share his journey. And he's got a brand new book out. It's called Bow Monster. And the interview will post on Like It's Live this coming Saturday morning at 7 a.m. So, but when it does, I invite you to really kind of experience what it's like to sit with a real creative person that doesn't say no to the art of just sharing, letting the energy just move right through them. Hey, it's Arroe. This is The Choice. This is what I was writing while the sun was waking up on a brilliant new day. And today we're reading from November 10th, 2021. It was obviously one of those mornings where I sat there in my writing place, the sun was starting to rise, and my imagination was going, well, what do you want to do? I don't know. I never know what I'm going to do when I sit down and write, but the imagination does. It just kind of turns into a cartoon character. Hey, what do you want to do now? Because you wrote about this yesterday, you wrote about this the other day, and blah, blah, blah. Let's do something different. And so you just sit there staring at the page. The inkwell is to my left, and my writing instrument, which has a nib on it, is in my hand, and it's just sitting there. And I love moments like that because it's like shifting gears. We're going to do something different today. And how do I know that? Because I'm aware of it. This page is sitting right here going, come on, bring your best game, man, bring it. A page isn't designed to remain blank. Therefore, as a writer, I can't just sit here staring at the vibrant white that this page offers. I've often wondered about the process of page making. Would I love and respect it more if I were to visit the factories that develop the tools of my daily discipline? Watching a video doesn't come with the scent in the air. Have you ever been by a paper mill? Oh my God. The paper mills in Montana always carried with them a horrid odor that couldn't be escaped while you were driving. Now, according to my quick little research thing here, the mills, what they do is they emit sulfur dioxide. What I didn't know is that it also takes more than a tree to create paper. Are you ready for this? There are some paper mills that use old rags. What? Yes. It's like, what? I thought paper was just, it's just get a tree. A tree has donated its life. It's sacrificed everything for the writers. But it also requires old rags. I cringe at this news. I really do. The reason why is because I'm one of those fools. I'm notorious for chewing on paper. When I don't have gum, in goes the paper. I got to chew on something. What am I really eating here, right? Well, got to do some more research, and it shows that very little nutrients are found in paper, and it's usually pretty much harmless unless there's some sort of ink on it. And let me tell you, during my days on this planet, I have chewed on paper that has had ink on it. It's come from the copy machine and things like that, and instantly I would go, it's just my relationship with paper. But, someone who consumes a lot of paper, what research shows is that they suffer from a thing called pica, P-I-C-A, pica. It just involves that, that the things that you put in your mouth. And I do chew on pencils. That's why you'll never see a pencil inside this recording studio, because I will chew it up. There are certain things that I will just sit here, the end of a writing instrument, a pen, like a big pen. That was the reason why I started investing money in Mont Blanc writing instruments and bigger name writing instruments, because it was never going inside this mouth to be chewed on. I'm not going to spend that kind of money for an Agatha Christie Mont Blanc and find myself going, oh my God, I chewed it up. Some historian comes by 1,000 years from now and says, well, this writing instrument back in its day was worth this, but what are these 9 marks on it? So I guess the moral of the story today, or the lesson learned, is that yes, you're going to have those days where you don't want to write, you don't want to create, you don't want to go to work. But you got to remember that a page isn't designed to remain blank. Your day is not designed to remain blank. And we have become this generation, especially since COVID-19, that when we don't want to do something, we choose to binge watch. We choose to do something other than what we are called to accomplish. And that's that wall we've got to get through. And you got to put yourself in a position just like Jesse Dayton and make sure that you don't have walls. Make sure that you don't have things that are standing in the way, and give yourself permission. Go ahead. Ask yourself, do you really want to do this? Yes. What's stopping you? You. I do a thing called stream thinking. It is an exercise that I do every day. I allow myself just 10 minutes. That's it. 10 minutes. You've got 10 minutes. Just put the pen to paper and just start ripping what's going through your imagination. Anything and everything. You can talk about the scent of a paper mill. My God. If you've never done it, please just try it one time. You'll sit here and go, oh my God, that guy, he was telling the truth. That stuff stinks. It's horrible. So push yourself through the blank page and allow what is in you to be present out of you. Remember, it's not about you. It's about sharing what's in you with the rest of the universe. I'm Arroe, and that's what I was writing while the sun was waking up on a brilliant new day.